Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Summer Session 2020 here at SUNY Geneseo. My name is Bob Boyd, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. Some general information to acquaint you with how the course runs and how to navigate it successfully. So one, I would like to start by welcoming you. Second, is everything that we cover in a full semester class is covered in 6 weeks. Don't take any shortcuts. So then it means you need to plan your work and know when deliverables are due. I'm always available to meet virtually. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Everything you need will be housed in Canvas in one spot. So any links that may take you elsewhere are all in Canvas. Work is organized by modules, which is a theme of different topics and how they're covered, so that things tie together by modules. I have indicated when you should work on the modules, which week, and then how long everything will take. So when you go in, and we'll show you this in a moment, the activity will tell you how long it is. I'm going to do weekly updates just like this so that you know what's coming up in the what you should be focusing on. The learning process is going to be connected to what's happening in the world today, not just about book learning. And that's an important thing as you go forward with this, because it may appear that I am very disorganized at times. But going through a crisis, this pandemic, which has a financial impact, economic impact, how you manage people. So I'm going to start bringing things into the equation as we go, so that you can see what's going on in the world today and make sense of it within the context of an academic course. And as a result, this class has a lot of thinking involved. Okay? Not just memorization, but thinking. Based on my experience with online learning, and I've been doing this for a number of summers, I have found that students prefer lectures that are in 15 to 20 minute hunks. Okay? Not an hour, 90-minute lectures. So where it may look like there's a lot of videos, a lot of stuff to do, you're going to find most of them are fairly short. And that's based on attention span that as adult learners, we can only focus so long. And just think, if you were in a classroom and you had a professor lecturing for 90 minutes or 75 minutes or 50 minutes or an hour, you would probably lose interest fairly quickly. So this is just a way to help you manage your time and to hopefully increase your learning. The other thing you're going to find is a lot of charts and pictures in my lectures. That's because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So sort of look at them to get a sense of what is it that I'm trying to say. Just like this little thing over here, general information. That's what we're talking about today. I want to start by impact of COVID-19 because it's very real. And we've all been impacted by it. And I think I would suggest to you that we've all been traumatized. And trauma results from an event, series of events, experienced by us that is both physically and emotionally harmful or threatening, okay, that has a long-term impact on who we are and how we behave in many circumstances. So when you have a trauma, such as what we're in, our basic instinct is how do we survive, okay? And our reaction, it comes not necessarily through conscious awareness, but unconscious things we do as we're trying to survive. And when we think about how do we deal with trauma, physically, emotionally, behavioral, how we think, we look at these things and there's a number of things that we deal. And I want to point some of them out because I think you may find, I know I did, some of these things really impact you. This is how we're responding. Decreased concentration, disrupted sleep patterns, loss of interest, maybe a little irritable, maybe we're overwhelmed with a lot of things. Maybe we're eating or drinking more than we had, more or less than in the past. So this is how we're dealing with. This is what you're going through now. Just take a look. Which one of these have impacted you? Your responses are normal reactions to these abnormal events. Normal. So why did I talk about this? Okay? You're going to take an online course, and I want to let you know that I understand what you may be feeling as I feel at the same time. So as an instructor, I really want to be sensitive to that. So I wanted to talk about that, say it's okay. But I also want to put in here is that there's new beginnings, there's new hope, there's opportunities. And when you go through the current trends, current events and trends, I think you'll see more of that. These are really opportunities for you to grow as an individual and to build your skills that will be needed as the world progresses. This video, I'm going to do a syllabus review, how to use Canvas, getting to know each other, our current topics and trends, and first deliverable. And as always, if you have questions, please let me. What I'd like to do now is walk you through the syllabus. I encourage you to read the syllabus, and if you have any questions, to let me know. What we're essentially doing in this class is looking how organizations run. What's the culture, behavior, and design. We're going to focus on individual behaviors, individual approaches, and then we're going to look at what organizations do. So we're going to take a look at a lot of things of how companies are organized, leadership, how do you make decisions, teamwork, diversity, and then how do the macro environmental things that are going on influence the organization. We're so, I hate to say lucky, but we are seeing tremendous change as a result of this pandemic. How organizations run is changing and is going to continue to change. So we have a unique opportunity here to really be on the forefront of what's going on. If you're successful, you'll be able to define and understand the different approaches to management, from classical, behavioral, etc. Understand the interrelationship between behavior and success. Individual effectiveness concepts. This is a big piece of this class, is to help you as an individual understand what you can do to be successful. Then to look at what does the organization do that influence individual behavior, because organizations do things and it influence how you behave. Learn about teamwork, understand current business events, as I previously said, and be able to present concepts orally and in writing. The textbook you can see is here. It is not required. If you want to go deeper, it's a very good way of taking it. We're going to deliver this in concepts, course materials, in a lecture format in Canvas, a presentation of articles and peer reviews, which we'll get to in a moment, self-reflections, big piece, individual reading, and one-on virtual discussions. The grading is pretty simple. Getting to know each other, which I think is important, that even though we're online, that we do get to know each other. Current issues presentation, where you will be given an article and you're going to have to review it with a partner, make an appointment with me, we record it, and then we put it on Canvas for everyone else to review and to comment on. The peer review, so this is worth 20% of your grade. So this dialogue is very important. Peer review of current issues, you can either do it live when we're recording, and every week I'll tell you what we'll be recording, and you're welcome to join that session. If you don't join, you have to watch them and make comments and engage. There are 4 reflections for 42 points. It's all about you. And this is where you're going to have to think, what am I learning? What is it telling me about me? And then 2 quizzes at 17 points each. We talked about the current issues presentation. When we look at Canvas, I'll give you an example. It's basically a 10-minute presentation. It's a dialogue between you, me, and whoever else is there. You have to, the comments, each will participate in real-time discussion or do it remotely. It's up to you. Self-reflection journal, better understanding of you. Each week, there's going to be self-assessments or other activities. You should complete them and then summarize what they mean to you. How do they relate to each other? What can you different? How can you use this information? And it's not just in words, it's using pictures, graphs, sound. Here's how we'll measure it. You can read that. Quizzes will be online. Focus is application of material and not memorization. You're going to have access to everything. But we'll use a mix of multiple choice, fill in the blank, and short answer. Here's the key dates. I do encourage you to mark them down carefully. You'll find they are in Canvas when you look. So we're going to start out with an introduction to organizational behavior. Review the syllabus, which we're doing now. Take a look at the macro business overview. What's management? What's a manager? Current issues in organizational behavior, excluding COVID-19. Now, current issues in organizational behavior, COVID-19. This is sort of the first week. Second week, you're going to move into the history of organizational behavior. Week 3 and 4 will be about individual effectiveness. What are the personal factors? Then, in week 5 and 6, we look at organizational factors. So here's some student success resources, disability accommodations about your well-being, behavioral health, support, library, everything you need to know. So that is our syllabus, and the key things is know the dates. This is how the grading is going to be. If you have any questions, please let me know.